Other than teaching jazz improv, probably jazz style and articulations is the next challenge for jazz educators. I think the starting point is just to get the students to understand how to create a legato connected jazz line dealing with eighth notes specifically. One of the ways we can do that is to take a look at how we are articulating. What I try to do oftentimes when I'm playing this kind of music is to vary the articulation. So instead of tonguing all the notes, which gives a very rigid kind of approach, I will articulate one or maybe two and then a slur, or just alternating tongue slur, tongue slur, tongue slur. If you take a basic scale, you can hear this. And that's a nice way to evolve the articulations. And again, there's variations on there, but it allows you to be fluid and connected, and I think that's a great starting point. Also, know other durations and length of notes as they show up in the music. Now, again, all of that, when I do articulate, I'm using some kind of a do articulation combined with the slur to get the smoothness and the legato. But there are times where you're going to need just isolated notes like do with this kind of an accent on it. The tenuto, do, and the breath accent, da, da, with perhaps a little decay on it. So know the difference of those. Sing those certainly with your students. That's going to be very helpful for them to get a concept of what those notes sound like. But again, most of them are going to start with some kind of D, and then however you follow through after that is important. A couple of general rules that I like to follow. The eighth note before a short note and after rests are going to be generally long. For example, and you can hear that the short notes are pretty bitten off and cut off with the tongue. And so generally, anything that precedes a rest is going to be short. Ba-do-da, rest, right? Do-da, rest. Do-do-da. So you can hear that the notes after the rest are long. And that's a great rule that you can apply to everywhere. In your big band, it's going to be a great way to tighten up sections, and just for the individual players to understand how to differentiate between the longs and the shorts, which make up the majority of what they're going to do. Other effects like scoops and bends, best way to learn that is by listening and try to emulate. Sometimes you can do it by using your valves or trombones with the slide guitar bends or grace notes. That's more of a stylistic thing. Again, you can certainly pick up by listening. Anyways, those are some basic things about articulation as it relates to jazz style, and look forward to talking to you again down the road. Thanks.